What's up, all you gearheads? This is Eric Heads for the win, and a couple people have been asking me my thoughts and opinions on Down But Not Out being removed, as well as the Locust characters being removed from multiplayer. So I kind of wanted to make a video just to kind of get you guys on board with what I'm feeling. The reason why I haven't touched upon this, or why it wasn't in my last video regarding the free-for-all on streets and my opinions on that video, I didn't know about Down But Not Out being removed until after I made the commentary. I literally recorded the commentary, started rendering it, and then 5 minutes later read that Down But Not Out was removed, or being removed from multiplayer in Judgment. And I was thinking, should I redo my commentary all over? I really didn't want to, so I ended up putting up that video and figured I'll just make a separate video for that. And then a couple days later, it comes out that the Locusts are being removed. So here we are now. It's Monday. Who knows what they're going to keep, announcing. I'm expecting like more bizarre things being removed or added to this game. It's almost kind of become like a joke to me. I'm just kind of waiting for the next odd news to come out. I don't know if you guys are feeling the same way, but this is a video that I've been wanting to do just to kind of cover where we're at right now. So let's get to it. The first things first, Down But Not Out. To me, that being removed is the worst one. That is the most important thing because it's a mechanic that is in the game, or has always been in the games. It's one of the fundamentals of Gears. It's what has made Gears Gears, and so unique and different from any other game, because not many games you can do that. I think the only one I can think of right now was Ghost Recon. So yeah, it's kind of weird. I mean, you can revive like in Battlefield and things like that, but that's a whole different type of setting, a different type of game. When it comes to Down But Not Out being completely removed, people can't help but feel this is like Call of Duty, because Call of Duty, you just shoot people dead and that's it. There's no revives, there's no strategy around using them, using your downed teammates as bait. And that is one of the reasons, one of the more important reasons that I feel Down But Not Out is always going to be an important feature to Gears of War, and that is the reviving and using them as bait. There has been many times that I've seen in playing Gears of War where I've used a down teammate as bait, especially like in execution. Say it's 2-on-2 and you're the last 4 players left. Your teammate gets downed, you use them as bait to clutch. It's a nice strategy to use. Another example is, this has actually happened to me in a match. I'm pretty sure I uploaded it on YouTube. It was a match on Clock Tower. I downed an enemy, and instead of being strategic and waiting for his teammate to come revive him, I went in guns blazing, trying to kill him off. And that teammate was strategic and waited for me to come, bodied me, and then revived his teammate. Those are awesome moments that Epic is clearly wanting to take away. Those are game-changing moments, game-changing strategies that are going to be no more. And it's a sad thing, because that has always been part of Gears of War. That has always been a feature, a strategic way of playing the game. It's almost like I said in the last video, the free-for-all video, I was touching on how it seems like Epic is just trying to cater to Call of Duty players. People who just want to pick up and play casually and just beast it up. And us being, Gears of War vets, quote unquote, we've been here since Gears of War 1, Gears of War 2, whatever. We've been playing and putting lots of hours into this game, ranking up and whatever. All these people are at a disadvantage now, because now you have all these casual people that could just come in, pick up a Lancer and just beast it up. It's basically Call of Duty in a Gears style. Because me, myself personally, I could pick up a Call of Duty game any time of the year, even if I haven't played, in a few months, and I could do pretty well. Gears of War up until this point has never been like that. You can clearly tell who is new at the game and who is a veteran at the game just by their skill and their style of play and everything. That's going to go away. Really, when you think about it, there's still going to be skill needed to play Gears of War, but it's definitely going to be more casual now. And I understand why people are upset about that. I completely understand. It's not maddening to me. It's not got me furious, but it is disappointing. Really, it's really disappointing, because the people who put hours into this game should be rewarded. It shouldn't be the people who just pay money for the game who should be rewarded. It's just, that's not how it should be. This is not Call of Duty. It should never be Call of Duty. This is Gears of War. And the more and more this news comes out and these different changes come out, the more and more we're getting away from it being Gears of War. It's not, it doesn't feel like Gears of War anymore. I mentioned that in the last video, and I know a lot of you guys agreed. I read your comments, and yeah, so keep the comments coming, especially in this video, since we're covering more, you know, issues with the game. Keep them coming. But another thing about Down But Not Out is, since I'm a King of the Hill player, God, I cannot talk. I like playing King of the Hill. And I'm trying to imagine King of the Hill on Judgment, even though they haven't really announced it yet. I'm trying to imagine it without Down But Not Out. And it seems so frustrating. I'm imagining trying to capture a hill with 2 or 3 teammates and us just getting bodied from a distance. And it's going to be crazy. It's going to be nuts. It's taking away that whole strategy of sacrificing yourself for the hill, you know, crawling around in the hill for the last couple seconds to cap it. All that's going to be gone. Same thing with execution. That game type is basically irrelevant now. No executions. So, I mean, no execution. It's sad. I'm not a huge execution player, but I love watching it. I love playing it. And taking Down But Not out of the game is just taking execution out. Takes away the competitive gameplay, takes away the tournament gameplay. I mean, what are people going to play for tournaments? I have no idea. Free-for-all? I mean, what are they going to play? It's crazy. So there's a lot that goes into it. All you people who, you know, are defending Epic and accepting this change, you really have to think about it from a different perspective. Don't think of it as us just saying, oh, well, that's what made Gears Gears. No, there's more to it. There's a lot of good reasons why Down But Not Out should stay. So really, you know, consider these reasons and think about it differently. Another thing people were saying as far as, you know, defending Epic and telling us to adjust to the new changes and all this and that. And another thing that people have been saying is that Gears of War needed change. It wasn't doing well. It was losing the fan base. It needed to be changed. But here's the thing. If money talks, I went and looked up how much Gears of War as a franchise has made. And over here on Joystick, the website, it has declared, and this was in 2012, that the Gears of War franchise has made 19 million sales. You're telling me that Gears of War needed a change? Really? 19 million sales and we need change? Obviously, people were buying the game. I think it even says down later in the article that Gears of War 3 in the first week had 3 million sales. If this was CD music albums, it would be platinum right now, or at least gold. So you can't sit there and say that Gears needed a change and that they were losing fans or whatever. True, but what game doesn't lose, you know, multiplayer game players as time goes on? Yeah, Gears of War did die dramatically, but a lot of it has to do with the community. A lot of it has to do with the changes that they put already in Gears 3, retro, sawed off. And now you're telling me that they need even more changes? More is not always better. Trust me. People in Call of Duty complain about it. People in Halo complain about it. Every community out there can probably, for the most part, agree that more change is not always better. So, yeah, if money absolutely talks and speaks volumes, then why isn't Epic looking at their sales and looking at it like a fact that they have been successful thus far, especially in Gears 1 and Gears 2? I mean, they set a standard for video games with Gears 1. They raised the bar. They changed video games, and they're trying to tell me that it has not been successful and they need change? Come on, that's just ridiculous. Another thing, another change they're doing is the Locusts being removed from multiplayer. This is not as dramatic because it doesn't change the mechanics of the game. It doesn't change the fundamentals, but on a personal level, it sucks because I really loved playing as Locust. That was like what I preferred. I love, you know, hearing Queen Mira command all the soldiers. I love her, you know, her little sayings. I love their battle cries. I love the way they agonize in pain, just the noises they make. It's unique. It's different. It's always been, you know, COG versus Locust. And personally, I feel that when I'm going to be watching live streams and other people play this game, it's going to be kind of boring watching COG versus COG. I don't know, that's just me. It's just a personal preference. I like watching the Locusts. It's just always been that way. And you know, I'm always open for change, but this change is just threw me for a loop. It's very weird. I don't understand why they choose to listen to the people on the message boards complaining about Savage Cantus. You know, Cookie brought this out, saying that it's their fault on the message boards for doing this. They complain so much about Savage Cantus being, you know, a SpongeBob, and Epic chooses to listen to them. And instead of listening to them and just maybe removing Savage Cantus, no, they choose to remove all the locusts. I mean, who thinks like that? That's like us complaining about the Hammer Burst being OP, and then instead of just nerfing it, they remove Hammer Burst completely. That's basically what they did. And it's ridiculous. It doesn't make any sense. It's like they pick and choose to listen to that. For one, is kind of weird, and then instead of listening to just that specific thing, they just decide to wipe it all out. Oh, let's take all the locusts out. Yeah, that's great. No, that's ridiculous. That's stupid. It doesn't make any sense. I don't get how they take that from that complaint. They actually take that complaint and actually remove all the locusts. It's weird. It doesn't make any sense. I don't know. I mean, that's just my personal preference. Like I said, I love the locusts. I love playing as them. It's not going to kill the game for me, but it's just a little more to add to the disappointment. It's weird. It's a weird change, and I did not expect that at all. That threw me for a loop. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Even if you want to make a video, or if you've already made a video about these topics, or anything regarding Gears of War Judgment, you can use it as a video response. I'll accept it. Let's just get a nice, you know, criticism going here, constructive criticism, and talk about the game. I'm open to all of the things you guys have to say, and I'll be reading the comments. So yeah, hit me up with that. And thanks for watching the video. I'll catch you later. Peace.